Hey guys, it's Joe with J Blake Photo, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the details that we're hearing out of Canon for what is slated for the first half of 2020, which looks like two new full-frame mirrorless cameras. Just a quick reminder before we get into the details on these two new cameras that if you like videos like this, if you like talking about the rumors and the leaks, go ahead and hit the like button. That helps me, that helps my channel, that helps let YouTube know kind of how to work the algorithm around my videos. And of course, if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you hit that little bell, it'll let you know when I'm putting out new content. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, I've been posting photos from my recent photo shoots. So go ahead and head over there, follow me. I am at jblake.photo over on Instagram. Okay, with all that business out of the way, let's talk about Canon cameras. So I'm always looking really closely at rumors and where we're hearing them from, but these rumors have now been cropping up from multiple sites, from multiple publications, and these are feeling a little bit more real. But as always, since these aren't official releases from Canon, we've got to take everything with a grain of salt. We won't know for sure whether or not these cameras are real until we get them in the hands of pros who can do those full in-depth reviews that they're so good at. Someday I will be cool enough for Canon to send me a pre-production camera, and then I can be under some kind of cool NDA and then post a cool review when it's done. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. Okay, so the first camera that we're thinking we're going to be getting is the fabled high-resolution mirrorless body. We've been hearing this camera described as the EOS Rs. And the RS is purported to be coming with a 75, maybe an 80 megapixel full frame mirrorless sensor. And some of the rumors are saying that this new design sensor will be coming with higher dynamic range. Now this is going to be a studio and landscape shooter, so it's not going to be coming with the kind of frame rates that we get out of the 1DX Mark III. Closer to what we've been seeing in the EOS R, which is 3 to 8 frames a second, depending on focus mode. I've been super happy with the frame rates that I've been getting out of the EOS R. I have not been disappointed. Word on the street is we'll be getting a new Digic 9 processor, and it looks like it's going to be coming with dual card slots. Rumors are saying that they will both be CF Express slots. We're also hearing that the EVF is going to be coming with an improved resolution, although those numbers aren't in the rumors. That's not a surprise considering the high resolution on this camera and its intended purpose. While it'll have a very similar body to the EOS R, it will replace the touchpad on the back with the touch joystick that you are getting on the 1DX Mark III. Everyone that's used that joystick has said that it's really great and easy to use. Another interesting bit of information coming out is that it will be coming with a fully articulating screen, similar to the EOS R, the EOS RP, the 60 Mark II. I'm not sure if that is just because the EOS R line is just expected to come with a fully articulating screen, if that's just kind of standard on that line, or if maybe in situations where landscape shooters are using this camera, it'll be beneficial for them to get into all those kind of crazy places and spaces depending on what they're shooting. I know that when I had the articulating screen on the 60 Mark II that I took to Page, Arizona, when I was in Antelope Canyon, I was very happy to have that screen. It made things a lot easier in a very tight space for me to get the angles that I wanted and get the shots that I needed. And last but not least, we're expecting full weather sealing. Not a surprise from a full frame camera from Canon in this line. No information about pricing or availability, simply that it will be coming in the first half of 2020. Now, those of you who have watched some of my most recent videos know that I've upgraded to the EOS R, got it on an awesome sale over the holidays, and I've been very happy with it thus far. But of course, since I bought one, now they're going to come out with a Mark II. That just seems to be how things go. Now, we might be getting a slightly different naming scheme for this, but here is the information that we're hearing, the rumors that we're hearing on the EOS R Mark II. Rumored to be coming with a 32 megapixel sensor, which isn't a significant upgrade over the 31 megapixel sensor it has now. But if you remember, that sensor is borrowed from the 5D Mark IV, which in itself is a couple of years old. So I would expect similar megapixel rating, but with improved dynamic range and maybe some other fancy features, similar to what's being rumored on the RS model. The rumor is that this camera will have IBIS. I'm going to take that with a grain of salt because we heard the same rumor on the 1DX Mark III and we didn't get it. Although Canon executives have said very clearly that we will be getting a mirrorless camera with IBIS, and they have been dropping a ton of patent applications on image stabilization in camera recently, so my hope is that that will end up in this camera. Now the tea leaves seem to indicate that it's going to be borrowing the Digic 10 processor from the 1DX Mark III. Although it may not have all the same features, it is expected to be coming with 12 frame per second shooting, although no mention of which focus mode that's going to be in. My expectation is that's going to be in single point, one shot focus. With an improved sensor comes improved ISO. They're going to be bumping that ISO up from 40,000 up to 51,200, so a moderate increase. It's also expected to come with 2 card slots. One being an SD card slot, the other being CF Express. I've not shot with CF Express, and I'm kind of confused why you would want both an SD card and a CF Express if they're going to be writing at significantly different speeds, as opposed to 2 SD cards or 2 CF Express cards. One thing it definitely will share with the 1DX Mark III is the ability to shoot in 4K without a crop and have access to dual pixel autofocus. Now, if you remember in my spec breakdown of the 1DX Mark III, we talked about the fact that in 4K uncropped, whether it was the 5.5K, the DCI, or the UHD, it was not able to access the dual pixel autofocus system. It just does not work at all, the autofocus system. Shooting at 60 frames per second. Now we have no information here about the frame rates or what will be available or not available, but I'm kind of curious to see whether or not we'll have access to dual pixel autofocus above 30 frames per second in 4K uncropped. I doubt it, but I'm curious to see what they end up giving us. Also hearing the same information about an improved 5 megapixel EVF. That would be huge. I've been super happy with the 2.1 megapixel EVF that we have on the Canon EOS R. It is phenomenal. And this is really my first mirrorless camera with an EVF, and I feel like the transition has been really good because of the quality of the EVF in the EOS R. So that's it. That's what we're hearing. Those are the rumors. That's the info. Let me know what you think about these 2 rumored cameras down in the comments. And if you like videos like this, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you're interested in more, hit the bell if you want to know when I post new videos. I'm going to be going to Maui in just a couple weeks and should have some really great stuff coming out there. And once again, go ahead and find me over on Instagram at jblake.photo, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.